How you doing? 11/17 on the 13th of November. We're in the, are we in the second week of this month, or let me check the calendar here. We're in the third week already. The 13th is the third, oh no, sorry, this is wrong, I can't read. Week 1, week 2, week 3 starts on the 15th of November. You see, every month from the day it starts, it has a different, there's 7 different positions. So each separate week will fall on a different day. So that's one calculation for calculating in between the weeks inside the month. To find the halfway point is to understand how to calculate the week. Now why I brought this up, okay, is because month, okay, day, year. Now, it depends whether, I haven't finished this new design of calculating. I'm going to try and explain it, okay? If the letter's an R, the sound of A is before it, okay? So that means you can choose another vowel. Now, if the R is the third word, okay, and the letter before it is higher than it, okay, instead of taking the first vowel, okay, you'll take the second vowel. It depends from what section it comes in. Okay, like the T is in the section of 20, and the closest vowel to T is the letter U. And that's why when they say number 2, they say TU, because the first vowel, okay, in the 20th area is the U. And 20 starts with the T. So they have TU, and in French it means U. Okay, so let's take another word. It's easier the let's take a letter, R, okay? Now the closest letter to R, okay, now this is really cool now, okay? R is the 18th, okay? The 21st is U. Now 3 before that is O. So now the R can use the O or the U. Now if you see a word that says the E, okay, now what it is with the E before the R, it's the ER room, okay, the electronic robot. Now you might laugh, ha ha ha, electronic robot, what's this guy talking about? When I talk about an electronic robot, what I'm talking about is your computer right in front of you. I'm talking into it. It's a robot. It's taking everything in word by word exactly how I speak. So this is the electronic robot. So it depends where that R is, and the letter before that R, and the letter after that R, right? If the letter value, a consonant, let's say would be the V after the R, okay, in a word, well, you'd have to put a letter in between. So would a rev go in between? Yes. But would a rub go in between? You see, R blank V. You can't use the U. It's already between the two letters. So you have to seek out another letter. And since V is the 22nd letter, 2 and 2 is 4. And the closest value to 4 is the E. So now you put the E between the R and the V, and you have rev my engine. This is very hard what I'm doing now. So if anybody likes this and remembers this, if they ever see me, try and explain to me what I'm telling you, because it just keeps changing by the minute. I just keep learning over and over. We have, what I'm working on right now is how to find the middle, okay, and understand what it means with the 25,625, the long count of the Mayan calendar. I'm going to also be working on the 613 laws of Moses. I mean, that's pretty basic, the 613 laws of Moses. One God of creation, creating what? The 3 islands. He took 3 islands, connected it to these 3 islands, and he's got 6 men, and that's what he created by lifting up the electrical box and putting it on start. Start and run. Now what comes out of that electrical box is our energy. Okay, and what do we do with our energy? What do you think we do? We sheet it out in our rear end and go to the bathroom, the extra energy. We're the fingertips of God, and this world is complete. There is a race and a person just about everywhere around the world, what God needed before he can transport this world. I know I'm going to forget what I'm thinking, but we are right now in an element inside the universe that is very dangerous. We're in a very bad spot. and things have to be moved around. Now, he can't lift us up and out of the way during this transaction. It's a new energy coming into our universe. And God knew about this right from the beginning. He prepared the whole thing for this date. That's how the Mayan knew. And that energy, we have to be lifted like a stork. Now, you won't really see any of this, but what will happen is if you put a ball in a bath and you tilt the waters, the world's in for a spin, okay, to flick to the other side. And that's what the man said also, that the earth is going to spin. Another thing I want to tell you, month, right? Ane, it means year. So M-A-Y would say May. Month of May, month I got sick. 0.5 was the day. Month, day, year. May Day. Month, day, year. Now, if you do that same consonant count, we end up using and saying, instead of saying in reverse, we say Ane. We say year. Ane, year is right next to each other in the same box. Okay? And then we have, like I said, May. Month, a year, Ane, age. I don't have my paper. I should have brought it over. Anyways, what it says is it says Mayan, Ayan. It says Mayan, Ayan. I am who I am, I am who I am, I am who I am. It says Zion, Amen. The Mayan is actually saying Zion, Amen. Pray to God. Month, day, year. Now the vowels only come in when you find their value in the consonants. That's how I know this. That's why I know what I'm saying is right. Because I can find the difference between the two vowels and figure out, and between the two consonants, to figure out what vowels I need, and if the vowel needs any help for me to stand up that word. So Mayan stands for the month of May, the Mayflower of 2005 of the passage, the day this all came to me. And it says Mayan, Zion, date, month, year. Your birthday, your personal identification code of the 1-6 spirit. Ayan, Zion. These Mayans, okay, were definitely 100% angelic. Second to come. Just look at who these people are. I see who they are right now. I mean, but they're gone and they're lost from where they were because they've been gone so long. Mayan, Zion. My home in Zion. In my language. I can say many things with this, but I can't break it down. Boom. I learned all this within the last 20 minutes. I got 3 hours of videos. Oh, boy. But you know what I do? I made a prayer to God the other night. I said, God, this is too much. I can't do any of the work. I says, I'm hardly writing anymore. I mean, I'm jitting down a couple of words, and basically I'm taking the rest off of the energy that I can consistently get and talk fast enough to transmit it over to you, hopefully slow enough that you can understand what I'm trying to get by. But what am I trying to get out of the whole thing? The message of God. That's all. Love, He's coming. They got to lift us up. Something's going on in the universe. Okay? They got to lift us up. This whole universe is a big bubble. God's going to blow it up. And when He blows it up, everything starts to swirl because the bubble came closer to hold us in. And when He makes that bubble bigger to make us float, if He makes it smaller, we'll sink. We're like in a big air balloon, you know, like iPods. And we have to be lifted and out of the way, the whole thing in one. Because we're one big game altogether. All these planets and everything is connected. He has to lift from the outside of the universe, connected to elements on the inside, okay, and then get underneath to hold it from the bottom, because you know if you have a heavy bag, what's going to happen? The bottom's going to come out, okay? And you definitely don't want it to leak, because the pressure of the water is going to blow the hole even bigger. And that happened in the Titanic, and they sank. So God has this plan, and the cow that jumped over the moon, that's going to happen very soon. And the Atlantis, that too. Am I 100% sure of those two things? No, I'm not. Do I 100% believe in them? Oh my God, I definitely do. I have one of the angles, you know. You see, it's this Y, and it's in the Y it says, what's between? What is the river between? My hands are this Y. Why can we put our hands like this? Look at what it says. two of my hands, right, together. I have a black line in the center plus my hands, right, would be the digital dot separating the two hands. Or the line that you don't see here, and the line you don't see here on the outside of my hands and one on the center is what says 1, 1, 1. It means one on the outside left, one on the outside right, and one in the center. 1, 1, 1. What's in between? An empty space and an empty space making 2. You have a total of 5, and that's how they created the 5 dice, because they broke that up, like the Mayans use lines. They broke that up, they put a dot, they turned it sideways, and they show the tic-tac-toe. Now they can show you the 10 positions they have on the starting line. In the first position, they always say, let's say number 3.1. It actually means 30, because they're on the 30th piece. But the 30 is counted in the black dot. The black dot says full. Full means 10. If you have an open dot, it's a ring, and a ring connects a ring connects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A ring only connects 8. I just learned that right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? When there's 8 directions, right? 8 cords come and connect to the ring, the bull ring. And that's why it connects 5. Let me design this for a second. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. No, can't do it. And my cats did the same thing when they went to eat the other day. They were 4 in a bull. So this way, right here, you only can put 4 connects. You see, because these are jack hooks, they have to jack in. Each one jacks in. So you get one direction here, crossways, the other direction crossways. Now, you need to pass your man right through the center, which is right here. And it makes these little dots. The hookups make these little dots. And that's why you see the 5 dots on the dice, because it's these hookups which are created by jacks in a straight line, which created those dots. Oh, how did the Mayans do it? The dots, hold on, the dots, and the dots come from the jack hook. And then we automatically know the open ring in the center, the open ring, okay, is how we hold the bull. How we hold bull. You see, you have a ring in the bull's nose, okay? So here you have a jack. You see my bent finger? I stick it in and I pull on the ring. But if I don't make an empty hole in that ring, okay, then I can't pull the bull. So when you hook up all these hooks up to the ring, right, there still has to be a space. That space is an element of something to go in. While everything else is pulling on it out, connected, my hand can pass through the empty space, counted as my hand passing. Raphael 7286, NGC 7286, constellation of Pegasus. The big beehive where Beta is right now, and she's constantly creating. Go check it out. Do you believe in a disc? Well, the discs we actually use are a little bit, how can I say that? Let me switch on and show you something. The disc we use, it starts like this. This gets placed over here, okay? And what happens is it makes a C all the way around. And in the back of this card that you don't see, it's all cut out. So this card can go around it. You can go around it, right? You can go all around. And this can turn on it and emptying out and redistributing through the center diamond. Have a nice week.